On Tuesday, April 9th, I decided to embark on a future social worker adventure and attended the Dependency and Neglect Court at the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse in Denver. The presiding judge was Donna Schmalberger. This presentation focuses on a review hearing. Who was present in the courtroom? Of course, Judge Donna Schmalberger was present. An attorney for Department of Human Services and the Guardian ad Litem were present. Both parents were also present at the time of the court hearing. A case review hearing occurs after a disposition hearing. At this time, what occurs is an assessment that all parties involved are meeting the dispositions assigned by the court. Also that there is compliance by all parties with the treatment plan. The role of the social worker is to facilitate the concurrent planning. Concurrent planning expedites sustainable permanency through reunification, kinship care, adoption, and guardianship. It minimizes the child's separation from parents. It is supposed to keep the siblings together. It empowers the parents by involving them in alternative placement plans. It ensures the child first placement is the last placement. It engages the family, relatives, and support system. And communication with parents directly and intake through the case regarding their children's needs for permanence, case planning progress, and the agency's concurrent planning policy. At the time of the hearing, what was being advocated was that the child not be placed in foster care because its current kingship care was not able to um, sustain the guardianship. So what the caseworker was advocating that the child not be placed in foster care and that the judge reviewed the progress that the parents had made to see if the child could be returned to the parents. This was a positive case review hearing. Both parents had been successful in the rehabilitation plan. Both parents brought in proof and letters from their therapists stating their positive work and in their rehabilitation process. The father was employed and they had a stable living condition. The next step for the social worker is to continue to advocate in behalf of the child and the well-being. Um, and part of that was that the child should not be placed in foster care, rather they should be returned to his parents because they've done the work, they put in the work. So the next step is to put together a reunification family plan to follow up with the services needed for the child and the family. That court hearing, the judge decided to return the child to his parents. The main point that I gather during my time at this dependency and neglect court proceedings was that the courts truly don't want the child to be in the custody of the system more than the parent wants. The courts are generous when a parent demonstrates that they want to retain their children, to get their children back. And if a parent demonstrates the minimal effort, but productive effort to retain a child, the court will do their part and return the child to the parent. Also, I saw that there was a lot of paperwork involved. I saw the individuals interacting with the judge flipping through pages back and forth. And communication also is key in order to present a case in front of a judge. I saw a couple of members stumble and address the judge in a way that they will get back with the judge because they were not prepared in some cases. I did not interact with any social workers or any courtroom staff, but one of my colleagues did. We kept hearing the term APR, and none of us knew what APR meant. So at one point, the courtroom was told to go outside because they had to speak to some underage individuals individually. And so my colleague took the time to address one of the caseworkers and asked them what APR meant. My colleague states that she was looked at with a square face, as in kind of like, "Are you serious? You're asking me that type of question?" But I don't know. It's something to keep in mind that there's a lot of terminology being used in the courtroom, and we need to be proficient on such matters. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to my long blank bleep presentation.